More things discussing biblical matters. Biblical matters. Alright, the whole thing about the snake is a curse. A cursed reptile. There's enmity between man and the snakes. But isn't it interesting that when Moses throws his rod down, the miraculous performance, or miracle God gave him to show the Egyptians was to turn it into a snake. And then his snake devours the snakes of the Egyptians. And that is the domination of the snake on behalf of Yahweh. Interesting. I suppose someone will rush to explain what that means. But also, when the Israelites are grumbling in the wilderness, then Yahweh sends out fiery serpents or flying serpents to go and bite them and kill many of them, or give them sickness. And to be healed of this sickness or illness, Moses builds on behalf of God a bronze serpent, Nehushtan, and you look into its eyes. You look into the snake's this bronze idol's eyes, basically, an idol or a figure or whatever it is, Nehushtan, and you look into its eyes and you get healed. That sounds arbitrary. That sounds strange. Alright. Not only lambs were sacrificed, rams, bulls, doves, pigeons, goats were sacrificed. In Leviticus, the lamb that was sacrificed was asked to be female without blemish. This does not point to the death of Yeshua, Yahweh, Yahwashim, Yahweh, Yashim, Yahwashai, or however you pronounce the name of Jesus, Yahusha, whatever the pronunciation is. I think it also would make sense to use the correct proper pronunciation of the biblical name of the Messiah. And with that said, get your denominations right. Paul is not right when he says go and eat unclean meats and it's all fine. Oh, circumcision is just a matter of the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way of the Old Testament. The Old Testament is strict. You get stoned for picking up sticks on Saturday. The Old Testament differs. Jewish people, I prefer Jesus's mercy, forgiveness, grace, fulfillment of his fulfillment, his letting God's will be done instead of him dying on behalf of mankind. That's what I prefer, but I can see why Jews are like, well, this doesn't go with the Old Testament. The Old Testament differs from the teachings of Paul. The Old Testament differs even from the teachings of when Jesus says, oh, it is not what goes in the mouth that defiles you, but what comes out. Well, that is not true, because in Isaiah, I think, Yahweh is furious with meat eaters of unclean meats. He says, get back, I'm holier than thou. And he gets very angry and enraged, and they're testing his anger by eating unclean meats. This is not to be done. This is a fiery serpent wielding God, the God of the Israelites. So with that said, and what's up with this bronze serpent that you look at and you get healed? That's just odd, arbitrary. Could not he have healed them on his own behalf? Why must they look into the eyes of a snake? Wasn't the snake a cursed animal? I find that strange, and arbitrary and odd. That sounds like ancient times, ancient gods, ancient things I do not understand. And then cheerful Christians will pretend they understand it, and they do not understand it. They do not understand the warfare. Alright, the warfare, another thing. The warfare on behalf of the Israelites. Why not just rain fire and brimstone from heaven on all these nations that need to be destroyed because of their wickedness? Be they wicked and they need to be destroyed. Rain fire and brimstone like he did on Sodom and Gomorrah, but instead he asked the Israelites to wage war on them. Israelites might have died, even if they were just, even if they were righteous. Some of them might have died, so innocent lives were lost. Same with Job's family. Job's family, innocent lives were lost. Satan got to kill innocent lives. That is not right. And you can't reward a person back the death of their loved ones, even if they stay true. Even if Job was righteous. Job was righteous. But you can't reward him back the death of his family. Satan killed his family. That's not right. On behalf of, permitted by God. That is not right. David numbers the Israelites. David numbers the Israelites, and 70,000 Israelites die in Chronicles 21. It said Satan moved him to do this. And in another text, the same story is recounted in Samuel, I think. And it says God moved him to do this. And 70,000 Israelites die. That is not just. Because that was the mistake of the king, not the innocent sheep. And David has to say, stop killing the innocents. Put the punishment on me. It was my fault. So if it was David's fault, don't kill innocents. Innocents die. Judgments are questionable. Think and think with discernment. Think with wisdom. Think with yet understanding. He who lacks wisdom, ask it of God. Well, the biblical questions aren't answered by God.